Hello YouTube, American Idol commentary. My first of the season. I'm a little late, you'll have to forgive me. I'm just gonna jump right into it. Sorry, these are a bit out of order. But we did start with Ramiel. I thought she was one of the only ones that made an attempt to dress 80s for this, or to dress like the time period of her birth. It was kind of boring. I'm not a huge fan of her. She's okay. I can see that she's talented. I'm just not her biggest fan. Jason Castro. I'm under his magic spell. He has some kind of it factor, which I can't quite put my finger on, but it's there. I always enjoy his performances. He's got just this twinkle in his eye. So it was great. I think he's really developing a fan base. Brooke White, I thought she did really well. I kind of agreed with the judges that the song should have stayed soft with the piano the whole way through, but she's one of my favorites, so I'm rooting her on. Carly Smithson, now she's my girl. I'm all about Carly. I have been since the beginning here. I thought it was actually a really good song choice for her, but I agree with, I think it was Randy that said, something just didn't quite click about it. I couldn't quite say what, but something just didn't click about it. So I'm a little bit worried that she might not be safe, because I think we're at the point that, it needs to be a wow performance every single time. If you don't give a wow performance, you're not safe from the chopping block. And I thought she did well, but there was just something that wasn't quite right. Chikizi sang his song very, very well, however, and a lot of people are saying this, I really enjoy him more with up-tempo, lively songs. I like his energy in that. And I think it is kind of dangerous for him to do slow songs. Saisha did really, really well. I think probably, her best so far. So I'm assuming she's going to be safe. David Archuleta, I didn't recognize the song, but he sang it beautifully. All the fangirls screaming for him. I think him and Jason Castro, have the fangirls that will carry them through and keep them off the chopping block, at least for the next couple weeks, but, things can always change. David Cook, I have to say, and this is just my own fault, really, I'm not a huge fan of David Cook. He reminds me of somebody that I know, personally, that I really, really don't like, and I can't seem to separate him from that person in my mind. So every time I see him, I'm like, I just can't seem to separate it. For him to sing a song that everyone was telling me, oh, well, that's Chris Cornell's version of Billie Jean. Well, I didn't know that Chris Cornell did a version of Billie Jean. I don't know how that slipped by me, because I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. Usually we know these things. But it just didn't sit well with me to see this person with doing Michael's material was just like, it made me, the rest of the evening I was tense and felt uneasy just because of that. It's hard to explain. If you're a huge Michael Jackson fan like me, you might understand what I'm talking about. Christy Lee Cook, I thought it was a very strategic song choice. It would be hard to vote anybody off who sings that song. However, and I love the song, it's a beautiful song. I didn't really like her version of it. There wasn't any kind of wow moment except for maybe the last note of the song. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to keep her safe, but I think if anything was going to be enough to keep her safe that she could do, that was probably it. Michael Johns gave a really great performance. My mom is a huge Michael Johns fan, and I watched it with her last night, and he actually had her in tears. My mom cried when he performed. She just loved it so much. I thought it was great. He's for sure safe. So, anyway, my predictions for tonight, and I don't feel confident about it, but probably bottom 3 Ramiel, maybe Chikizi, and I don't know who else. Chrissy Lee Cook, probably. I don't know. I don't think Chrissy Lee Cook will go home. I think she might be in the bottom 3 again, though, so we shall see. Let the cards fall as they may. Bye-bye.